Hi fashionistas! Today I'm going to talk to you about two companies. I'm going to talk to you about Bourjois and I'm going to talk to you about clarins. And because I might not be pronouncing this correctly or the way that you are used to, I'm going to put the names here and here so it's pretty clear what I'm talking about. The first company I'm going to talk to you about is Bourjois. Bourjois is a fairly new company marketed here where I am, but it's a company that has existed for 150 years. They're celebrating their anniversary these days. And regarding a question that I received on one of the videos that I've done on my other channel, links will be below, I decided to find out a little bit more information and find out. She commented to me that Bourjois is not cruelty-free. Now, Bourjois is on most clean lists, most cruelty-free lists, and for a good reason. Bourjois does not test on animals for cosmetic reasons. But here's the thing, Bourjois is a big company, but they own Chanel. Now Chanel, you know, deacy. Chanel does perform testing on animals because I do believe they sell in China. And for that reason, some people boycott them. Now, the difference between Chanel and Bourjois and let's say Urban Decay is that Urban Decay is owned by L'Oreal that commits testing on animals, but Urban Decay itself does not commit. The difference between these two companies is where they are in the hierarchy. If you buy from Urban Decay, the money that you spend on the products are going to end up going to L'Oreal, which commits testing on animals. But if you buy Bourjois, the money's not going to go to the company Chanel, because what happens is money on, I'm not sure how they call it in English, but if you study law and you study about companies and what they're called, you know, the separate legal standings they all have, money tends to flow up in corporations, not down necessarily. So the money flows up, and if you buy Chanel, you are giving money to Bourjois, and if you buy Urban Decay, you are giving money to L'Oreal when it comes down to it, but it doesn't necessarily flow the other way. Now, I know this matter does bother some people, and I respect people who decided not to buy Bourjois, unfortunately. However, I have decided not to avoid Bourjois, at least not at this point. However, I have decided not to buy Urban Decay right now because it's just not, I don't feel like it's clean money. And it's not clean products, and I do feel a little bit guilty. However, I do have some products by Urban Decay currently. I do have their palette. I do have their primer, which I'm trying to find a replacement for. I do think they're wonderful products, and I'm not going to put them in my project pan as soon as possible to finish, but I will not be purchasing any Urban Decay products right now. The other company that I would like to talk to you about is Clarins, because there was a little problem with Clarins. I was at the store. I wasn't familiar with the company very much, and I was at the drugstore with a friend, and it was a really good deal, and they're really good products, and they're a really good deal. We ended up getting some products, and usually I go home and I make sure that the company I want to get is cruelty-free, but in this case, the labeling said that Clarins does not test on animals. Now, then I found out it does, and then I got another product, and all comes worse, then I found out the information. The thing is that Clarins has Clarins Paris and has Clarins China, and what happens is that Clarins Paris, sorry, I'm pronouncing it not in an English accent, Clarins Paris does not test on animals, but Clarins China does because they want to sell in China. So what you have is basically the same company, but because legal reasons you can't really do anything about it. They're considered two different companies, even though the money that you are, it's the same pool of money. So it's really tricking the customer. Now, why am I mentioning this? A, because you should know the deal when it comes down to Clarins. I imagine that in North America and Europe, obviously, what they're selling is not Clarins China, they're selling Clarins Paris. But here's the thing, most companies from 2013 will not be able to sell any products, new products from 2013 that are tested on animals. So how are they going to make their money selling in China if they have lines there? They're probably going to do just what Clarins did. They're going to set up a separate line. They're going to name it. They're going to start a different company with a different company number and a different CIO and all that. It's going to be a different company, but it's going to be selling the same products, and it's going to be basically owned by the same person when it comes down to it. So you should just be aware that that's probably what's going to happen with cruelty-free stuff, and this is just to give you a little bit of information. So if you like this video, as always, I would appreciate the like. Hit the like button down below. If you haven't done it before and you're interested, you could always do subscribe, and as always, I'm going to have down in the description box all my links to my social media, my Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook page, and my blog, so you can feel free to check them out. So that's it for today. Have a lovely day, fashionistas. Bye!